The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
Welcome back to the show. Great to have a bunch of people joining us from the We Survive Bush, You Will Survive Obama Facebook page. Make sure to check that out. Bill O'Reilly has some new thoughts about MSNBC and about Chris Matthews. I'll play them for you, then we'll talk about them. I'm going to warn you, though, I'm not in complete disagreement with some of the things that Bill O'Reilly is saying here. Take a listen to this.
Segment tonight. Over the years, I have not been too hard on left-wing guy Chris Matthews because he usually frames things in a political rather than a personal way. But recently, Matthews has changed his tone. Right now, he's on a jihad against Texas Senator Ted Cruz.
This guy goes pretty far, but I think he fits the tradition of Father Coughlin and McCarthy, and of course, and maybe to a lesser extent, Pat Buchanan, and of course, O'Reilly. These guys are hard right-wing guys. They look a lot alike. They have that we call the black Irish look to them.
In addition to being misguided intellectually, Mr. Matthews apparently needs glasses badly. The question is, why is Matthews spouting this nonsense? Well, one of the reasons could be ratings. MSNBC in prime time down 20% year to year and falling fast. Joining us now from Washington, Tim Graham from the Media Research Center. And
okay. So, Chris Matthews is right that Bill O'Reilly is a hard right guy, or at least the character he plays on his show is. I have questions about whether Bill O'Reilly is actually really that conservative. But let's unpack a few things here. Bill O'Reilly is 100% correct about bad ratings at MSNBC. I've talked about them on the show. We've discussed them last week, Lewis, and I made a number of different points, which I'll kind of reiterate as necessary here. But higher ratings don't mean that you're better in any way or that the news is better, right? I mean, more people visit Disney than the Smithsonian, but we could make a case that Smithsonian is probably adding more to society in terms of the search for knowledge and depth. So popularity, I don't value as evidence of something being better. However,
right. I mean, we can. Fox News, right? I mean, they're losing popularity too.
They are also, yeah. So at the same time, when it comes to political ideology, you're not going to really get a more, a broader interest in progressive ideas if the most notable place to get those ideas is MSNBC, and not many people are choosing to get them there, and they're kind of weak progressive ideas. So I'm the first to question whether MSNBC really has proven itself as a viable vessel for progressive ideas overall. I don't think it has. I've talked many times about how a lot of the shows on MSNBC, they have swings in popularity, but overall it's this kind of teleprompter-based. The show is all written in advance, and all you have is someone reading the entire show off of a teleprompter. I don't know that that is a mechanism that really engages that well with the progressive audience and progressive ideas, and it's very sad that there is not a strong independent media in this country. We're doing everything we can. We're using the membership program and the Indiegogo campaign to try to bootstrap and leverage as much as we can, but we just don't have the dollars that MSNBC has, and it's scary to think that right now the best we have in terms of drawing an audience, not in terms of quality of analysis, on the progressive side is the MSNBC opinion shows. So I guess I have some agreements with Bill O'Reilly. Now, they're desperate, so that's why Chris Matthews is saying Bill O'Reilly and Ted Cruz look like the black Irish. I don't think so. I don't think that it's out of desperation. I think it's just what his opinion happens to be on the topic.
He does say crazy things now and then.
Yeah, once he said something along the lines of, not to get too ethnic, but I don't think anybody's surprised President Obama is good at basketball, for example.
He did.
He wasn't desperate for ratings. It just was a weird thing to say, and it's what he wanted to say.
Yeah, and with regard to this political situation in MSNBC, look what happened with Cenk. I mean, even the opinion shows have limitations.
Yes, they do.
So
you can't go too far and make a criticism from the left of the left. That's for sure.
Right.